Hi, hello. This is video about Raid Shadow Legend. My name is Amir. This is my account. It's a free to play account. I played Raid since 2022 pretty dedicatedly. Only a free to play. Didn't spend even one penny on the game. This video is about what Raid Shadow Legend is and what Raid Shadow Legend is not. And also what I think is the one thing that will cause tons of players to choose to go to a different game and stop playing Raid and actually playing a different game. So let's start it. In the meanwhile, I will do some stuff in my account like this. So what is Raid Shadow Legend is and what is not? Well, I I think as a player, Raid Shadow Legend is a game of spending. Is not is a game of well pay to win. If you are whale, a kraken, if you use a lot of money on different shards, let's say primals, and then you get tons of good champions, then well you have way higher chance of winning. Um, Again, if you are a very big whale and you use money here in this place and you buy just those stones, as you see, that cost a lot of money, like $40 for this one, for one. That's a tons of money. Well, then you have a higher chance of winning. Raid Shadow Legend is a game of pay to win, which means this is a not fair battleground. It's not an equal battleground when you play in like PvP. So if I go to arena and I play versus a different players, it's not a fair battleground. Basically, they can have way tougher champions than me, way better champions than me, and then I will lose no matter what I do, no matter how skilled I am at the game, no matter my insane knowledge of the game. I will not be able to beat a player. I mean, not always. Of course, you can win sometimes, but usually, basically, the game is not fair, which I believe is a very big like disadvantage of Raid Shadow Legend. I mean, if you play and you lose because it's not fair and you feel like you've been like rolled over, then you do not want to play anymore. Basically, it's not fun. I do believe that Raid try to balance it, not a lot, but at least they try to balance it by doing two things. The first thing is they give you good champions for PvP that you can get them even if you're not spending money. So a good example is this mythical Embrace, a very strong champion for PvP that you can get from Chimera without spending money. Second good champion is Marius. Everybody knows those champions. Everybody knows how good they are. Again, you get Marius without spending any money. All you need to do is complete his missions right over here. Basically play the game and so on and so forth. There's tons of very good champions that you can get free to play and play them in live arena or in general arena. The second thing Raid is doing is they giving you some RNG stuff that actually doesn't uh, put behind a big payroll. I mean, let's talk about Relic. Relic is a good RNG one, and basically not only that, there is a tons of RNG in the game, which means that if the RNG is in your favor, you might win versus like a team that is very way more stronger than you, just because you got lucky, right? So if I have Embrace and I put him this relic, Wand of Submission, which has 40% chance of reflect a CC debuff. So enemy tries to CC me, but the wand 40% it's proc, and the CC goes to the enemy. Then boom, I can get a turn with Embrace. I can use his abilities and bam, kill the entire enemy team. And then I won a match that I honestly should have lost. So those two things the Raid is doing by trying to balance the play field, and I'm down for it. That's very good. So what is Raid Shadow Legend is not, and this ties to the thing I said before, which what I think if will happen will cause tons of players actually to shift from raid and go to a different game. Let's say if the game will do it. I mean, if another game will decide to make and will do it like good, not just like, I don't know, half measure or something. If another game will do a PvP balance mode, like a fair mode, everybody going into the match fair and square, like uh, I have an idea about it. I will share the idea, but I think if another game will do it, then that game has a huge potential to take a lot of raid players. And honestly, I'm talking about Godforge because I know the game Godforge. Obviously, it's from HH, which is a player who played Raid Shadow Legend a lot, and now he decided to make his own gacha game. And honestly, I think like if there will be a mode in Godforge that is fair to everybody, then that could be a huge step up, and that could cause a lot of players to lose and stop playing Raid and go and play the other game, because the feeling of playing and it's not fair, that's not a good feeling. So what is my idea about a fair match? Because it's a gacha game. It's not like, I don't know, like football. Everybody plays. Everybody take like some amount of players and you just play team versus team. I mean, here it's a game that you get a resource, and you can always say, well, I got those resources, I want to use them. I think what they might do, they can take the idea of Hearthstone Arena. If anybody play like the game Hearthstone Arena, in that game you draft basically. There's a draft stage where each player gets option like free cards, and you need to pick one from those free cards, and you do it until you get a full deck, and then this is your deck and you play with it. So you have RNG involved because sometimes you get options that's not good, like free cards basically not good, and you do not have synergy between the cards that you chose. But honestly, it's a fair playing field because everybody has basically the same chance. They need to pick from three different cards randomly, and that give you a feeling of a fair match. And this is, I believe, like really really cool. You can do something like that in Raid Shadow Legend. um, I wanted to do a real battle, but I did by mistake this one. So okay, I think if you do it in games like Red or Godforge, I mean you can do something like each player get like three champions, and they randomly, and they need to pick one of those three champions. Also, each player afterwards gets like three relics, and they need to pick one of those three relics, like standard relics, the same stats in every relic or something like that. Or maybe, of course, different stats, but again, it's randomized, and you need to choose what do you think is best, and you put it on your champions. Maybe even each player gets like the gear set, right? Like let's say 6 piece or something like that, and you can choose between some gear sets, and whatever he chooses he puts on his champions. Again, this makes it like fair and square. It's not like if I have a better gear, I use my better gear. And yeah, this like strategy of draft phase, I believe this can make a very cool normalized mode, fair mode of PvP in those kinds of game. And honestly, if there will be something like that in a game, that, I mean, for me, it's for sure a huge like advantage, and I will uh, go and play the other game. Because when I'm playing Raid Shadow Legend right now, one of the big downside for me is the fact that it's a pay to win, and there isn't a balance and a fair mode to play. Even though I really like Raid Shadow Legend, like a lot, and I'm playing the game 3 years almost free to play, and it's a fun game, and it's cool to try and conquer as much stuff as I can. Honestly, I'm at the point where I'm trying to conquer this dude. I'm close to it. I'm feeling good about it. But still, this is the thing that I think Raid is missing, and I think Raid needs to put effort in this idea. This idea, honestly, it also connects to esport. I mean, if you do a balance mode and a fair mode, you can try and do esports tournament in Raid Shadow Legend. I mean, those ideas are mind-blowing. Like, I'm pretty sure there is a lot of people playing Raid Shadow Legend that basically they daydream of those ideas. And you know what? It's not like, who says that a different game has to take this idea and make it, and then a lot of players leave Raid and go play the other game? I mean, Raid Shadow Legend can do it themselves. I mean, sure, it's not a mode that will give them money in the way that it goes right now, because people don't spend money in a balanced and fair mode. I mean, that's the whole idea. But it's still a mode that can put the game on a pedestal way higher than any other game. And Raid Shadow Legend, the potential can be insane. And yeah, so this is my thoughts on the matter. I can still daydream and hope that Raid Shadow Legend will make some balance, some fair PvP mode that maybe someday will go into esports, and then someday the stuff that will be relevant is your skill and your knowledge on the game, and not just how big is your wallet. Um, yes, I know there's one caveat that when I think about the skill of Raid Shadow Legend, it seems like there is a cap, and I don't see like a very huge level of skill, right? Like I can think about playing live arena raid and tell myself, well, you don't need to be that smart to make the right decision, right? You can be like an average smart and you will do the same decision as the very smart people in the room. But I think even on this, Raid Shadow Legend can improve and can make the game more skill-based. Fine, it will never be like, let's say, chess, right? Chess is a very high skill level cup game. So it will never be chess, but I don't want to play chess. I want to play Raid Shadow Legend. Just make it more skill-based, more design, more hard, more. You need to learn more about the game. You need to be maybe faster with your decision, or just smarter, and make it fair. Then the potential of Raid, the lore, the champions, the graphic, all of those things combined with the esport, with the fair mode, I think can take Raid to a whole new level, something that we never seen before, something that I will be super investing. Very, very like great, very great. So those were my thoughts about the matter. I will now continue playing Raid and continue my journey and my challenge to secure all 4 turtle. So I have 2 turtle at the moment, Donatello and Raphael and Michelangelo, and I'm on the journey of getting Raphael and Leonardo. Let's look at Leonardo, because why not? And I should keep them and I should get them probably in October, when they will be a guaranteed event, allegedly. I mean, it's not, nobody says that this is for sure, but everybody's talking about it. So we are all hoping to get guaranteed events for Leonardo and Raphael, and I will put all of my resource on that to get those 2 turtle. And when I will have all 4 turtles, that would be very cool for me, and I will use them and play them because I like them. So I have my challenge in Raid, even though for now there isn't any fair mode and I'm losing in live arena way more than I'm winning. I still have my own challenge in Raid and my own stuff that get me excited about the game, like the challenge of getting all 4 turtles and so on and so forth. So that was my thoughts on the matter, and peeps, bye bye.